It happens every day like clockwork. You finish lunch, sit back down, and by 2 p.m., a heavy, fog-like fatigue settles over the brain. The text on your screen begins to blur, and your decision-making speed slows to a crawl. In a modern corporate culture, the immediate reaction to this dip is guilt. We are conditioned to view this loss of executive function as a personal failure, a lack of discipline, or a poor work ethic. Most professionals attempt to white-knuckle their way through the afternoon, reaching for a third cup of coffee to mask the exhaustion. Treating a biological certainty as a character flaw is the foundational mistake that keeps the modern workforce chronically exhausted. The afternoon crash is an evolutionary certainty hardwired into human DNA. Trying to power through this state with sheer willpower is inefficient. It actively sabotages cognitive performance, creativity, and long-term metabolic health. Across many Asian and Mediterranean cultures, this reality has been respected for centuries. In Vietnam and Spain, a midday rest period is a recognized necessity designed around human physiology. To maintain high-level performance, we have to stop fighting our internal architecture and start working with it. Your brain forces a shutdown in the early afternoon due to two overlapping forces. The first is the buildup of a metabolic byproduct called adenosine. As your brain burns energy, adenosine binds to receptors, slowing nerve activity. By 2 p.m., this sleep pressure collides with your circadian clock's natural dip. Caffeine temporarily blocks these receptors, masking fatigue, but metabolic waste continues piling up outside the gates. Once the liver finishes metabolizing the caffeine, the floodgates open. The massive pool of accumulated adenosine rushes into the receptors all at once, resulting in a catastrophic late-afternoon crash. Stimulants are a biological trap that merely delay and magnify the inevitable cognitive shutdown. The common carbohydrate-heavy lunch makes this biological dip exponentially worse. Consuming refined sugars or grains causes a rapid spike in blood sugar, forcing the pancreas to secrete a flood of insulin to drive glucose into your cells. This surge clears the bloodstream of competitive amino acids, allowing tryptophan to cross the blood-brain barrier, where it converts into the sleep hormone melatonin. This is the biological cause of the food coma. Shifting to a low-carb lunch, prioritizing proteins, healthy fats, and fibrous vegetables, bypasses this insulin spike entirely, keeping blood sugar flat and predictable. Maintaining metabolic stability ensures your 2 p.m. dip is a clean biological state ready for a reset, rather than a metabolic crisis. To restore executive function, you must clear the neural pathways through a precise 20-minute window of light stage 2 sleep. During this specific window, the glymphatic system, the brain's waste management network, swings into action. Glial cells shrink, allowing cerebrospinal fluid to rush through the brain like a tidal wave, physically flushing out the accumulated adenosine. Timing is critical. If a nap extends past the 25-minute mark, the brainwave architecture shifts into deep, slow-wave sleep. Waking up from this deep state causes sleep inertia. The brain cannot instantly clear the deep sleep neurochemicals, leaving you dysfunctional and groggy for up to 2 hours. Capping the reset at 20 minutes harvests the cognitive benefits of the glymphatic flush while dodging the deep sleep trap. Elite recovery can be achieved through the Nappuccino, a protocol that layers strategic nutrient timing on top of the 20-minute sleep cycle. First, rapidly consume a microdose of caffeine, like a quick shot of espresso. Second, immediately initiate total sensory occlusion using a blackout eye mask and noise-canceling headphones to guide the brain into a relaxed state. Step 3 is the 20-minute drift. Close your eyes and remain still. Even if you don't reach full unconsciousness, this state allows the glymphatic system to perform its clearing work. Finally, use a haptic alarm to wake up at the 20-minute mark. Because the nap has cleared the adenosine from your receptors, the incoming caffeine, which has just reached your brain, now finds wide-open neural pathways to bind to. This precise synchronization returns focus and processing speed to peak morning levels, carrying you through the remainder of the day. This structured rest is a strategic asset. In many cultures, these restorative hours are legally protected because they fuel long-term industrial and creative output. Contrast this with the standard corporate mindset of grinding out 14-hour days while operating at half capacity for the entire afternoon. A professional who powers through the afternoon typically operates at roughly 50% capacity for the last 4 hours of the day. By utilizing a structured 20-minute reset, you reclaim that lost time, maintaining 95% cognitive output until the workday ends. For more strategies on optimizing performance and aging gracefully, subscribe to the Reluctant Low-Carb Life podcast, YouTube channel, and blog. Stop apologizing for human biology. Start turning the midday dip into your ultimate unfair advantage.